This the NCB. I got a freak elite like Pablo Pete. 980 and DO4 is where the Charlotte leaks. 252 for the Greenville. Hat on blue for the Tar Heels. I can edge them on this paradox. Like crack foes, like the locks. We knock bolts and the knots. Now I know money talks. How I can't even announce my parents' script to reach the dot. Cause when this ball point to close, my mental travel hellish spots. Like astro projection. Cannot conjoint the two of us if there is no connection. But you can close section. The NCB, the NCB. The NCB, the NCB, whoa, whoa.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, I love you, Mr. Jackson, for real, I do.
I almost got away. If it wasn't for that goddamn Gerald Jackson and the NCB mob, I almost got away. Got to be more careful.
Y'all, I don't know why these crazy people is coming for me. I don't know why y'all trying to pass this file off to me. I don't know. I have not taken care of a crazy person in a long time. I have not seen a file as thick as this file about Nite in a long time. And so, tonight I want to talk about what's going on out here in these streets because, when it's fuck me, it's fuck you, bitch. And I don't give a damn. You the one that's crazy out here crashing out because don't nobody want to fuck with you. You can't make nobody mess with you. Don't nobody like you. You a crash out. This man sitting up here threatening this beautiful girl. Go get you a girlfriend and leave these boys alone. They say they got all kinds of videos of you out here and you want to talk about I'm a narcissist and F me because I've been trying to help you get a job, keep a job. I don't know why y'all passed this file off to me. This is the Not Ricketts file. This man done jumped out the back of an ambulance on the way to a psych ward, and somebody done dropped the file off in front of my office, and now I got to pick up the file. They said, we gonna transport him over there to you, Gerald, and eventually he gonna crash and he gonna turn on you. And did not know how far to go. Out here threatening Nique at night. He out here bullying this girl. This girl ain't did nothing but cover a story just like every other journalist and every other content creator do. Something has gone to court concerning two content creators on YouTube. You will want people to cover you, you clout chasing ass nigga. That nigga took his pamper off last night and started crying. Started boo-hoo crying. Gerald, you laughed at me. Don't get mad at me because you can't afford a slice of pizza. I'm definitely laughing at you tonight, you big old crybaby. I can't understand how you start all this stuff online, talk all this shit about people online, and you sitting up here crying like a little girl. Looking like crying like one of them little girls over there on Little House of Prairie. Sitting up here with real tears coming out your eyes, you failed Hollywood actor. Can't put nobody on. You can't even get on. You can't even get up. So fuck me, it's fuck you tonight. Amen. Make sure y'all tag somebody. My name is Gerald Jackson. I call myself the baddest blogger, but I'm from North Carolina. Well, I'm not from North Carolina. I'm from Alabama. But, I be out here in these streets. I do a little everything, and I try to be good to people. You know what I'm saying? I try to avoid conflict as much as I can. But tonight I want to talk about a situation that has been surfacing online concerning Nite Ricketts, okay? This patient that they done gave me his file a long time ago. King Jives and them gave me his file. Okay, that's who gave me the motherfucking file is King Jives. Okay, King Jives, I know you probably in the bushes on the night. You gave me this nigga file because that's how I met him through you. And I tried to be good. There's not one thing this mentally ill patient can say about me other than Gerald tried to tell me to focus on my craft and stay out of drama. You on your way to jail, boy. So we gonna talk about it on tonight. I got this thick old file. Like, why you messing with me? You know, he need to go get a job. Go get a job. He want to be a lawyer. He want to be an actor. He want to be a crybaby. He want to be a sissy. He want to be straight. He want to be crooked. He want to be rich. He want to be famous. He want to be just everything but who he is, a mentally ill patient. So y'all, some of y'all may know the story, but for my people that may not know the story, and for people that may be watching the replay tonight, I want to talk about this situation that has been going on concerning Nique at Nite and Nite. I have watched this from the beginning to up till now, and it has become disturbing. And I refuse to associate myself with someone who targets people unprovoked. I can say I'm a journalist for real, okay? Nite is not no journalist, okay? He is a copycat and he is a wannabe somebody one day. Okay, we don't know what day it's gonna be, but you're gonna be somebody one day. But today ain't the day. Tonight ain't the night that you're gonna be who you're gonna be today. The day you're gonna sit down and you're gonna listen to these facts. My nigga, because I'm not your nigga. Don't be telling people that we cool like that. Cause we cordial. You scammed to get into this industry. You're not really from here. It's like everybody that you beefing with been doing this shit before you. We've been doing this prior to COVID. Okay? You done broke in the lockers at the psych hospital and done stole your phone and done found Clubhouse, done found YouTube. You done found your way online. So tonight I'm gonna talk about this story where Nique at Nite basically, covered this story, this crazy stuff that's going on with Nite and Armand. And basically, and then I'm gonna tell y'all about Nite and this private situation that happened that was in New York. That really wasn't a situation. The dude, it's like, somebody that just can't go out and have a good time. Like, they got to find an issue with something, got to start a problem, just got to find something to have an issue with. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if these niggas be sneaking in the bathroom while everybody having fun and hen lines or popping perks and pills. I don't know what be going on, but these niggas be waking up like they so innocent. And it's like, oh my God. And then cry when you get called. No. No, I'm going to hold you accountable. And that's what I did. And so tonight we're going to talk about it. All right. I'm drinking on some Don Julio at the motherfucking Julio. I got some Don Julio over here in my cup mixed with some lemonade and some orange juice. I had a little bit. So I said, ooh, because I'm going to need more chaser than liquor I put in here. So, I'm almost down here at the bottom. I got that much left, then I can really get to work. I'll probably get to work as I get on through this shift on tonight. So I got a couple of videos we're going to play. I'm going to break this story down to y'all on tonight. Shout out to my girl, Queen Sheba. Shout out to Nique at Nite. Shout out to all the content creators that's over here tonight, because this stuff is just crazy. It's really not this serious. But y'all, we are dealing with somebody that broke out the farm. Okay. The nurses with the white jackets is looking for him right now, and they cannot find his location. So we have to protect ourselves. I encourage Nique at Nite to do what she needs to do to protect herself and her daughter from this person who's supposed to be locked away from society. Not for for punishment for what his crimes are, but He is dangerous. He's like the monkeys that got loose in Mississippi. They don't need, they just. So I got my notes here so I can stay on a little topic tonight. All right, it's gonna get good. So basically, y'all know the story about Megan Thee Stallion and Milagro. Okay, Megan sued Milagro. The trial was in Miami. Denat had said that he was going to go cover the trial in Miami. Now, from my understanding, Armand either said he was not going or it had not been made clear if he was going to go or not. But he ended up going. But Denat had got to the trial, and I'm leading y'all up tonight, okay? Denat had got to the trial apparently a day before Armand had got to the trial. And somehow, somewhere, Denat comes running out trial. Oh, this just got me fucked up. Y'all, let me tell you, Armand was saying, came, I told everybody, I threatened him, said that they was in the bathroom. Y'all know how he like Sky motherfucking Live 5, baby. He got to get, I got to get to YouTube to my 184 bots that I done paid for on this Google site to make it seem like I got people watching me. And he got up there and he reported to the people that Armand was saying that he had threatened him in the bathroom. And I'm not even going to tell you no lie. When Denat called me and told me about this situation, he in fact told me that he told Armand that he was going to beat his ass. And I said, Denat, why would you Denat, why would you go inside of a federal courthouse and tell this boy that you're going to fight him? So he said, well, I'm going to just say it was some rap song. So he got online and he started coming up with this false narrative, okay, that he was rapping a song, okay? And so I want to play this video that Denat had made, okay, the day that this stuff was going on.
So we're now on lunch break, and I want to bring something to you guys' attention. Armand Wiggins tried to get me booted out of the courthouse telling lies. He went and told the U.S. Marshal that I threatened him in the bathroom, that I was going to beat him up and do all these things. That's the first thing he did as soon as he got here. Literally, I kid you not, you just getting here, and the first thing you want to do is lie on my name to eliminate competition, bro. You got a big platform, so you gonna get your clicks and views, but you not gonna cover this story better than me. That's on everything to everybody in the midst of all of this, no matter who you are. You understand what I'm saying? I'm the nigga when it comes to covering this stuff. And if you that good then and you feel that way, then guess what? You should feel that way. But what you will not do is try to play with me. This dude literally just got here, and the first thing he did was went and told the U.S. Marshals that he's afraid for his life, that I threatened to beat him up in the bathroom, and that all of this other stuff, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. The only thing I can say to that is, you know what, if you popping it online, just like this whole case, man, if you popping it online, be ready to face consequences, whether legal or whatever the case may be. You can't go around harassing people, sneak dissing people, bullying people, and then be scared to share the same space as them, okay? I'm like Keke Palmer. I don't know that man. That man done lied on me and told the marshals that I threatened him, and they questioning me. And thank God the U.S. Marshals seen me here on day one, doing nothing but writing notes. Thank God they see me here doing nothing but paying attention to the trial and writing notes. So, you know, ain't nobody buying that. Ain't nobody believing that. But guess what? If you scared, go to church, man. I'm here to cover the case and only the case.
No, you're not. You're never anywhere to cover anything. You do stuff online to, let me tell you what I think your narrative is, but it's so failing. You do stuff online And then you get in person and you act like everything is so cool with people. Kind of what Nique was saying, basically what she was saying. And then when people respond to you, it's like you don't want nobody to respond to you. You want to have the last word. Oh, if people respond to you, they're supposed to be scared. They're supposed to not be coming to the courthouses and stuff. You want to try to bully everybody from the courthouse so you can be the only one covering like somebody gonna watch you. We don't give a fuck if you was out there covering Beyonce and Jay-Z. We going to mainstream media. We ain't finna watch you. Because you don't know how to stay on something and break it down. You want to talk about who's there that don't know law. Who's there? Why do you care? Why do you care? Thank you, friend. Why do you care though? You're never any freaking where to do anything but cause drama. And I'm learning this. I didn't even know, like, because I don't really be paying attention to this stuff that be going on because I be really doing real stories, like really helping families and stuff like that. Okay. So then when I was talking to Nite, he was like, Gerald, that's not true because Armand had posted a tweet. Okay, so on the 24th of last month, Armand had made a video and he was telling his followers and stuff that he had to get home so he may not be at court the next day, which would have been the 25th. So Nite told me that Armand was trying to make it seem like that him leaving was because of him, but Armand had already said that he was leaving. So this is the video that Armand had made about him leaving before, the next day or, or whatever.
Almost didn't make it today. Almost didn't make it today. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you something. Miami owes me nothing. I had a great weekend. Okay, probably a little bit too much fun, child. Went to the beach, went out. It was just a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, child. And I got in. I was like, oh, I gotta go to court. Man, but I'm here. I'm tired as hell. But I'm here. All right. I do have a quick update real quick. So, sad news. I'm probably not gonna be at court tomorrow. I'm leaving tomorrow because I gotta get home. It's the holiday. I don't want to be traveling the day before. I don't want to be in my bed preparing my food and all of that for Thanksgiving. I don't want to be traveling on Thanksgiving Eve into Thanksgiving. So today was the last day that I was gonna be at court, but we're still gonna be getting the updates. Okay. So, but I think we're at the just and we're at the crux. We're at the end. Everything is getting redundant. So we will be wrapping up here. But what I will tell you though, today is going to be about the notes, but it's going to really be off the recollection of my head, like what I'm saying. And I just want to address something. Shout out to Joe Button. Shout out to academics. Shout out to all, and shout out to That Surprise Witness. Shout out to everybody that has been, posting and just, saying positive things about the coverage that we're doing here. I don't really know what this angle is that Armand goes to court and lies. I don't know if there's like haters online or you guys are just or there's people trying to discredit me because I'm not white or I don't know. It's just like a lot of weird.
Okay, so anyways, that was the video that Armand had did or whatever. So on the next day, Nite said this is what Armand had posted, making it seem like that Nite was the reason why he was leaving, but Nite was telling me that wasn't he's not the reason Armand was leaving. So Armand said, this is like really getting out of control. Like I'm starting to actually get concerned for my life. This man has had a manic breakdown inside of a car, somehow has made his content about me every day at court. Mad that other people have posted my content. I'm not even there and I'm still being talked about. Please copy and save this tweet for the future. Like this is getting weird and I don't like it. So Armand is saying he's not even there. Okay. So anyways, Armand was saying that he was trying to find a lawyer that wasn't going to cost him an arm and a leg. He didn't say who the lawyer was going to be for or against, or whatever. So he started posting about that type of stuff. So then Nite this past Wednesday had went on X and he had posted a TPO that was filed on Monday, December the 1st by Armand. And, I'm looking at Nite's age. You pushing 40. You pushing 40 and you up here online acting like you in freaking Head Start. Like I don't understand how you 36 years old. You old as hell. And in person, if you really go and look up close on your face, you look like your face look like a fucking wrinkle raisin face ass. And you sitting up here trying to talk about somebody, but then you crying. This is why you couldn't land a deal in Hollywood because you a failed actor. Look how you get online and do shit. You can't even play the role right. You ain't know how to play a role past a week. You can't even be a friend past a week. How the hell you gonna be a friend in a movie? So you result to taking out your failing Hollywood career on people online that cover real stories, break down real stories, and we cover content creators. That's what we do. Why? I mean, I'm just trying to understand. Okay, so the Nite went up here. I'm not going to go through the TPO because there have been several I think, first of all, Nique at Nite covered it. So you could go over on her channel and check it out. Shout out to Nique, okay? But the Nite posted this. It got denied. It got denied. But this is just an ex parte order, okay? Meaning that the judge did not find Armand's life in imminent danger, which the judge should have found his life in imminent danger because I know if Nique at Nite files one, and I hope she do, because this shit is just going beyond content and online right now. I'm sure they're going to definitely file or find this her life in imminent danger because this is crazy. So they got a hearing on the 18th of this month at 8:30. Okay. So if you down there on the West Coast, you can go and cover the trial. Don't be scared of deny. What he's going to do other than crash out. Just give him, just take him some weed. So, anyways, throughout everything, later that night, Nique had went live. Okay, she went live and she talked about the restraining order, and she said that she had called both of the guys. Okay, so let me put this up here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in on tonight. Okay, let me see. Shout out to Nique at Nite. Okay, so anyway, she has said that she had spoke to both of them. She called Denied, okay, and she called Armand. Now, pay attention to this. Not at any time did he say what you're going to hear later about this stuff. He didn't say stay out of it, Nique. He didn't say leave it alone. He didn't say don't cover the story. He simply said what he said, whatever what was said. Call Armand, and she covered it. Okay. This Diddy trial, I mean, not Diddy trial stuff, but this Milagro Miami stuff has now resulted into a public court filing. A restraining order has been filed against a struggling YouTuber, clout chasing YouTuber, mental health patient, allegedly, against someone who has been in the mainstream media, against someone who is of public interest. So a big YouTube. So this is a newsworthy story. Nique at Nite, I consider as a real journalist. She didn't have journalists don't have to call you to get your side of the story. But if you want to be unbiased or you want to understand, what's going on in both sides to determine, if this is something you want to write or if this is something, or however you want to do your story, you reach out to both sides. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she did. So she took the ethical way, and not reaching out would not be ethical, but it would have been like, okay, I reached out to you. So what's all of this? You didn't tell me all of this on the phone when I called as a reporter to get your side of the story. So anyways, Nique said that she called. Okay. So let me play this.
And he posted a couple of clips of the restraining order, and then he posted some clips of Armand and stuff like that. Now, I reached out to both of them, and I'm like, is this something that can be nipped in the bud? All right. You said, Armand, let Nique bring you up. Oh. So I wanted to reach out to both of them before I spoke about it, because I'm like, I like both of them. All right. Now, again, at first, it was kind of like, what we doing? Is we tussling? Are we good? Ever since we had that heart to heart, I haven't had no problems with Nite. Okay. I haven't had no problems with him. He feel like I was acting funny that one time. I'm like, Nite, I definitely was not because of anybody. I just was a little, apprehensive. That's it. That's all. Not because of nobody. But since then, again, I personally haven't seen anything where it's like, that thing again. We've been cool. He's like, Nique, I'm not gonna do that no more. I'm not gonna operate like that. And we haven't had no problem. So before I talked about this, I wanted to reach out to both of.
Okay, so basically you get the point, okay? Nique and Nite reached out, talked to both of them. None of this stuff that Donat is having a nervous breakdown about now was coming out at the time, okay? When she called. I mean, she would have mentioned it. I know Nique would have mentioned it. I know she has integrity, right? Okay, I've been around her, okay? But, so she talked about the story or whatever. And so at the end, when Donat calls in, and I'm going to play it, when he calls in, he's bringing up stuff that she don't recall. Okay, nothing is wrong with that. If we're all at a store, somebody comes in here, rob, right? They're going to get a statement from all of us if you're willing to give a statement. Everybody's going to have something different that they saw. Everybody might not see the same thing. They may have turned their head when somebody bust you upside your head with a bottle. Hit that bitch with a bottle. And so, but you might have seen them walk in with the jacket they wearing and all that stuff, but it don't mean that what you're saying isn't true. But at the end of the day, we're dealing with, doorknob. Okay. So this is somebody that turns, he flip-flops, he's wishy-washy. You know what I'm saying? He online. Hey, he in person. Christian, I love you. Hey, Christian, we got them playing music for you. Then online, you dumb bunny, your son. And so it's like, dude. So I guess he felt like, first of all, let me just play what he called in and say, okay, let me put that video up there. Okay, let me go to the timestamp. Hold on, I got this shit together on the night. Oh, I got it together on the night. Let me see. Hold on, let me get y'all this. So he calls in after she tells the story, whatever. He want to give more to what he got to say or whatever. It's just like, okay.
When Gerald Jackson was explaining what he was going through with our.
Oh yeah, boom. That's what it was. My fault. So basically, he's talking about. So Nique had asked him about, do he feel like when I spoke out about my situation with Armand, if him speaking out would have been, like reuniting the situation or whatever. And so that's what he about to get to. Okay, so, dang, what happened? Okay.
It compelled me to speak out and say I was going through the same thing, but I could not. And he would tell you, he's here. I said I was going through the same thing, but I could not speak out on it because he would use his platform to continue to say that I'm a stalker and the only reason I'm at the Diddy case or the Milagro case or whatever is because of him. That's hurting my brand and my reputation. He gets to say that and repeat that and have people that are part of staying culture, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B supporters, fall in line with his stand-up. And that's not cool to me. So even at Sylvia's, and you notice when he came, I was like, y'all try to say I'm crazy. I'm very wise. When he came, did I not rush and eat my food and leave before all of y'all did? Yes or no?
You left before us, yeah.
Before y'all, somebody just got their food and I was done eating and I left. And Nique, and you was right there with me. How can I be a threat if you didn't know what was going on in my head and I left because this guy is fake?
Okay, so anyways, so then, like I said, Nique was asking him, basically trying to figure out like, if do you think when you spoke out after Gerald, did it reignite, the situation or whatever? Okay. So let me go ahead and play this part.
So you saying after Sylvia's, Gerald had a video that he had aired his grievance out with Armand, and then you agreed under the video, or did you make a video and you started to, like, because I just remember everything being cordial. Like, even though you left early, everything was cordial. Like we were cordial, we were having laughs, I thought we were having a good time. So
Right. We was having a good time. And then the whole time, remember he was like saying something about that night and talking about a black eye, all that. I'm like, nigga, we can run it right now. What are you talking about? I'm not comfortable with
wait, what? I don't remember that.
You don't wait. You don't remember us sitting down and him showing you a picture that I think the fisheye fool posted and zooming in on my eye and all of this stuff is very antagonistic. And then you want to smile. There's even videos people seen of him at the courthouse walking up to me, putting his hands near my face and stuff, and I'm telling him get out my face. And then I'm always looked at like the bad person because I will go off. I'm not with none of that fake stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't remember like we can run it. I don't remember that part.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, whether you remember it or not, it totally happened, and it totally happened. Where else I was totally uncomfortable. I can't pretend for a long time. And so me sitting there enjoying that moment, I knew at the end of the day, that's not going to change anything, any harm or damage that you cannot pretend to be my friend if you have essentially damaged my history, my reputation. You've painted me to be a stalker, and now I'm your friend. In a minute, you don't like me. You're going to go back on that. You're trying to use me as a peon to go against your oppositions, all of this stuff. People don't know the history. They don't know the full history. You're not going to say something about me that's so damaging to 100,000 people, and I struggle to tap into that to tell those people the truth. It's not gonna happen. He don't like it. Don't nobody like it. I'm not finna be one of them people that dox each other, talk about each other, mama, and then laugh. I never done nothing like that to you. If I do something, say something like that I feel like you're not going to like, I avoid you. So after the Diddy trial, Gerald spoke his piece, and I agreed with Gerald. And I knew and I had an idea that, okay, well, Armand's probably seeing this, so he's probably upset, so let me avoid him. So at the Little Nas hearing, I went there to take my notes, do what I need to do, make my content. He's the one who went back and came online on his platform talking shit about me. And that's the video of mine he struck. So I avoided you.
Pause, sorry. Because everybody don't know the back and forth. So, I'm trying to, so you said you felt like he heard whatever you said on Gerald's video. Y'all did a collab video?
Yeah, we did. Gerald did a video. I was in the chat. And first of all, I knew Gerald before the Diddy trial. Matter of fact, I knew Gerald before him. Let's be clear about that. So Gerald was doing content and I didn't.
First of all, I don't do content. I'm a journalist. Okay. You do content. You are a content creator. Okay. You attacking all these people, bullying all these people, harassing all these people, threatening all these people. That's content.
Well,
that's not journalism. That's not news reporting.
And I knew what Jared was telling the truth. And then even Emily, the white girl from the Diddy trial, everybody has the strikingly similar story with Armand, and he's the common denominator with all of these factors that people are saying the same thing about him. So when Gerald was saying the same thing about him, how he was going around the court trying to sabotage his relationships and stuff, I was like, Gerald, you're right. That was happening to me as well. So because I agreed with Gerald,
okay, let me go to this other part. Hold on.
How about you just don't focus on me at all? Because if you throw a pebble at me, I'm going to throw the trade centers at you. And that's where people get it messed up, when you shouldn't have thrown a pebble at me.
Okay. Do you feel as though when you agreed with Gerald, that was kind of reigniting and restarting the beef back?
Yes, I do. I absolutely. That's why I had an idea that's what that would do. This is exactly why I didn't talk about him after that. I didn't talk about him. And when the next time I seen him at the Lil Nas X trial, I didn't mention him. I didn't pay him no attention. He got back online dissing me. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. I don't rock with you. You know what it is. You know what you did. You know the vibes you give. My nigga exposed you. I agree with my nigga. Okay, I see you at Lil Nas X courthouse. I wait. Matter of fact,
no, Nique, that's not my nigga.
me tell you how bad I avoided him. The same way at the
I'm
Diddy
weak.
trial, at the Little Nas X trial, and even this trial. I don't get on the same.
Okay, so let me say this. Okay, so boom. So after this, now I call in because I'm like, now hold on. I heard Neat tell the story about Armand and Donat at Sylvia's and them, on a good level, on they left on good terms, right? Now, mind you, while I was at the Diddy trial, I didn't see them like, really interacting or anything like that, especially when me and Armand had our situation. So I definitely know that Denot definitely wasn't messing with him. He was more riding with me because we had known each other prior, to me coming down to New York or whatever. But Nique, we went out to a restaurant. It was me, it was Nique, it was Denot who could not stop streaming and could not get offline. So I'm like, let the patient have his here, get your toy here, get your phone here, get your camera, record. Yeah, record. Get it. Let him do what he do, child. What you want to eat? All right. So, and some other creators, everything was good. So I'm hearing this stuff about Armand. So I'm like, okay, if you and Armand pulled up the table and y'all talked y'all stuff out and y'all are good, then and you having problems with him throughout the trial before I made my video, then why didn't you bring that to his attention if y'all, on good terms? I understand my situation was I thought we deaded it because we took shots. He got in my rental car, Armand did, and his friend or whatever, his messy Trinidadian friend or whatever. And, we went to a restaurant he could not afford to eat at or whatever. So, but at the end of the day, next day, people, telling me what he's saying, but the only difference between the two and Armand and Denot kept trying to say it was no difference, but it is because I don't know Armand like that, and like I don't know you, so and I'm not giving you another chance when you do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So like with Denot tonight, last night he went online bringing some private stuff public. I'm done with you. The issue we had, what I'm gonna tell y'all about, is gonna get real good. Y'all gonna see how fucked up and fake and phony and how bad of a liar he really is. Stay tuned. And please thumbs up the video, y'all. It's 337 of y'all in here. Please thumbs up the video. So, anyways, I'm like, well, dang. I can understand where Nique is coming from. Do you feel like it reunited it? Because if me and Nique is, cool, or we had issues online and then we pull up to the table with each other and we talk our stuff out, and I feel like she's doing something at the trial that's fake or phony, I'm gonna be like, Nique, what's up? I thought we were cool, I'm not gonna wait till Gerald come out and say something. So I can see why people feel like that was messy and Denot was restarting the drama between him and Armand based off my experience and what happened between me and Armand. You see what I'm saying? So, anyways, I called in, and I don't know if Denot didn't like this or not, but I'm the type of person where if something is going on, in a situation like this, Nique is cool. I know Denot, and I'm on the line. I feel like, let me try to get this right because this is somebody that I know offline, not like that. We ain't never met each other or anything. I just, we talk every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? And he could be cool, but he can also be nasty, which I'm seeing, which he's doing to Nique, which I feel like is so unprovoked, and she ain't do nothing but cover a story. Same thing you do. So I call in, and let me go to the timestamp. Shout out to Nique tonight for letting me use the content. Okay, hold on.
There's still this online narrative that's not true. That was painful to deal with at the court where I had to see him. When we was at Sylvia, I don't know if you noticed. I mean, I can't be too crazy if I can control my temperament and be happy when I see you and the other girl, and then all of a sudden I'm just like playing it cool but uncomfortable and rushing to eat my food to leave. Like, I can't be too crazy if you didn't even detect how angry and upset I was about things. And then even after that, I still was cool at the trial, but then Gerald told his story, and I'm like, this guy is articulating this particular form of harassment that I was going through and enduring in real time.
So let me get this right. Hold on. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro. So, okay, so I think let me just try to understand this. So basically, y'all was cool after Sylvia's. You had some unannounced grievances about the way he was acting. And
It
then
was
when my
already
video,
announced.
wait, hold on, let me figure out. When my video came out, that's when you came out and responded. Because if you were already dealing with stuff at the trial before you publicly came out and said something after my video, then you should have reached out to him and be like, yo, bro, can we, because we just left Sylvia's, like, what's up? But if you had grievances
Gerald,
or no,
I already tried
I'm just
that.
trying to understand because that's what it sounds like.
No, I'm telling you, I've already done that. I already tried that. And then guess what? The
At
next
the
day,
trial?
at the trial, before the first time we fell out, was about this, was about
But
the
what I'm
same
saying
situation.
is, after y'all left Sylvia's and it was some more stuff going on, before my video, did you reach out to him?
I had no reason to reach out to you.
No,
I
I'm
had
saying,
no
did you
reason
reach
to
out
reach
to
out.
him?
No, I didn't. What am I reaching
So
out
at
for you
what
for?
point? So at what point between Sylvia's and my
Listen,
video, before I made my video?
okay, when we're done, go back about 3 minutes before this. I said it
Okay.
was already painful enough to have to deal with this person at the Diddy trial, knowing that there's this online representation, and then there's this we're chopping it up
But
like
is
we're
this
cool.
after Sylvia? You feeling like this after
No,
Sylvia?
This is during the whole Diddy trial. So
But why did you
before
even sit down with him at Sylvia?
Nick
Let me
at
just
night.
say this. Let me say.
Hold on, Gerald. I didn't
Can I
sit
ask?
down with this
Can I
nigga.
ask a
He
question?
just popped up. I did not
Let me
plan to go. He
let me
just
say
popped
this.
up,
Let me say
nigga.
this, and I'm gonna let
Can I
y'all go. Let me
ask
say
a
this real quick.
question?
I'm sorry, CC. It's gonna be real quick. I promise you, baby. And I'm gonna go
Okay.
back to the comments. Nique, let me use a prime example. Right when we was at the Diddy trial, you shouted me out. I shouted you out. That's no issue with that, right? If I turn on you or you turn on me, you're gonna look crazy. I'm gonna look crazy. But it's up to me to take you back as a friend who has already said something publicly about me. For me, if we cool and you go online and you talk about me or put our business out there or something like that, I'm done with you. You don't get another chance to come back. And a lot of content creators need to do that. If a person cross you one time, stop messing with them. Cut them off. Let it go. Don't go back to it because they're gonna do it again. And that's why y'all dealing with this.
Okay, so
Can I
Gerald,
ask
I
my
love y'all.
question?
1 second, CC. I really need to respond
Oh,
to this. Gerald, when we're at I already cut him off like a fucking year and a half for not
Come on, the
reversing.
curse
1
words.
second.
But go
Oh, I'm
ahead.
so sorry. I already cut him off. When we're at the Diddy trial, we're there. The Diddy trial took 8 weeks.
So I went over my time with that video. Okay, so anyways, this was December the 4th, okay? So after that, Deny had went live and he made a video. And basically, hold on, is it this one? Okay, no. So basically, he went live and basically he was like, Gerald and Nique is right or whatever, okay? But he did address my little, my call and basically was trying to call, refer to me as people. And I'm like, nah, in myself, I'm like, say my name, you know what I'm saying? Gerald, I'm the one that's talking to you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the one that's talking. But I just felt like, don't try to play victim when you had an issue with somebody that you squashed some beef with, or y'all was at least on some type of level because you the one that had the grievances. So why didn't you bring it up before my video? Don't wait. You know what I'm saying? And because you out here in the public and this is what you doing, then, let's talk about it, because all this stuff is clickbait for him. Because nigga said, fuck me. So it's fuck you. it's fuck you. Okay. So, anyways, so he did a video, Nique at Night and Gerald are right. Okay. Then he did another video and he was like Nique at Night and Armand Wiggins teaming up. And I'm like, hold on. I said, hold on. I'm going to show y'all the text message. How about that? I said, hold on. I'm going to show you the text message. I'm going to hide the number though, okay? I'm going to show y'all the text message. How about that? How about that? I'm gonna show y'all the text message. So when I saw that, I was like, I thought you and Nique was cool. You was just live saying that, we was right. She was right. And I'm like, what's going on? Now, I guess normally, hold on, they said, wait, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, that's what it was. So excuse me. So first of all, okay, so her reaction video actually came um after the Nique, after the me and her was right video. Okay, excuse me. Okay. So it was after the me and Nique was right video, okay? And on that video, he was basically saying like, remember this, you remember that, you remember this, you remember that, you remember this, you remember that, you remember this. And so I was like, okay. So hold on. Wait. Okay, so anyways, he got up there anyways, just basically, just going off, whatever. Said a little just some subliminal stuff that was said at the beginning of the video. So then Nique yesterday had responded back to the video. Hold on, I feel like it was something I was about to play or say or something. Hold on, let me see. I feel like it was something I was about to play. I got distracted. Yo, I forgot what I was about to say. Okay, well. So anyway, he was throwing shade about what she don't remember or whatever. But anyways, I was just basically saying that did not, just basically be acting like, I'm like, I understand where everybody's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Whereas that like, bruh, don't wait till Gerald come out. Okay. So anyways, so then off that live, Nique went live yesterday, okay, and she did a reaction video. Oh, thank you so much, love my kids. Oh, they said the text message. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm a little tipsy over this bitch, okay? Okay, I'm a little tipsy. Okay, the text message. Okay. So I'm like, wait. Okay, so anyways, but it was hold on, wait. Let me go to my text message. Hold on. I'm sorry. The text message. Oh, y'all, thank y'all. No, okay. But anyways, okay, fast forward. Anyways, let me put the text message up here for y'all. Okay. Where'd my keyboard go? Oh. Y'all love my little keyboard, child. Okay. So let me put the text message up here. So I text Nite and I say, so I text Nite Friday and I'm like, bruh, why you going after Nique? He said, clickbait. I'm not. I said, bro, that's fucked up. Clickbait. He said, I thought you understood me. I said, no, I don't rock with that, bruh. He said, watch before you judge. Okay, be well. Can y'all see that text message? Or is it too small? I hope y'all can see it. Can y'all see the text message? Okay. So, all right. So then I said, I'm looking at the headline, but okay, if you cool with her, why would you use that as, I meant to say as clickbait, as clickbait though. He said, watch and learn. There's a question mark for a reason. I prefer to use me as, I said, I prefer you to use me as clickbait than her. Like she's really cool. He says, I'll change the title and do my show as such. The title is just to draw attention. I said, go ahead and do you. I just feel like it's wrong, but okay, I'll be watching as soon as I get home. Then he sent me some weird message like broccoli beef for general toasted chicken meal, noodles, not rice. I'm like, question mark, question mark, question mark. I just felt like that if you cool with somebody, why would you use her as clickbait though? You feel what I'm saying? Like I just felt like that was fucked up that he would do that. I don't rock with stuff like that because like I understand that like we all online and we all live in different places of the world and stuff like that, but some people actually find good people, in the business. You know what I'm saying? Colleagues in the business and stuff like this. And I just feel like, why can't you go report on a true crime story to get clout? Like, why do you have to use somebody that you're cool with? So I was just like, um, so anyways, so then, okay, so he was doing that, whatever. And so yesterday, Nique went live and she responded to Denied. Basically she responded to, the video. I think it was the reaction video. And so basically I'm gonna play her video where she was responding. Let me see where I'm at. Hold down. So hold on, let me make sure I got my notes right, y'all. God damn. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. Let me see if this is the video. Let me see. Okay, hold on. So basically she's responding to like the I don't remember part. Okay, so hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me put this up here.
The part where he was replying to the part where I'm like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. He was like, you don't remember this? You don't remember that? You don't remember this? Like in his video, he was like, oh, Nique at night. You don't remember this? Oh, Nique at night. You don't remember that? And I'm like, I do remember, but out of courtesy to you, I chose to just stay neutral and just feel like I thought that the easiest thing to do to not make it an issue between me and him or to discredit what's happened, I'm just gonna say I don't remember that.
So Nique went on to talk about the full thing. Like she did a whole breakdown from when she met Deny all the way. Like she went through a whole video, about what happened. Okay. So she wanted to clear everything up, and, tell everybody what had happened. So Deny calls in. Okay. Let me go to the part where he calls in. Deny calls in. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, so
I was
somebody said
shocked
that
when I
he's
saw
calling
him
me a
on your
liar.
channel.
Maybe he's live right now, but oh, here he goes. Deny. What you said? I'm lying. What am I lying about?
Clear the stage if you have respect for me, because I honestly think you don't. And when you didn't clear the stage and let them attack me in the chat and come up here and debate that, they deserve to be disrespected. Thank you for clearing the stage. Number one, at the Diddy trial. First of all, let's go back to the Tory Lanez trial. When you told me about your cousins, and fuck that. You know what? I'm gonna make my own video. From here on, we not cool. If you see me out in public, I'm gonna be nice and cordial. But if my energy and body language radiate that I don't fuck with you, don't go file a fake restraining order.
Oh my gosh. Yo, so he tried to slide a little promo in there, by going up there acting like he gonna respond and try to get people to go to his to his channel, or whatever. So so then I call in because I watched Nique's whole video and I'm like, I did not know this. Like, I knew that Deny had issues with like Armand and stuff like that, but I did not know. And like with Jabba the Hutt, okay, Thais big fat stanky funky ass, and other people, but I did not know that he gets down the way he gets down. And that's why I sent that text like, yo, why are you going out the knee? So I call in, okay? And let me go to when I called in. Oh, we get itty. Oh, shababa. I need another drink. Ika baba. Okay, we get on down there. We getting there. Okay, so we just, I'm just walking through, get to where we are. Just show you how phony this nigga is. Funky and phony. Okay, let me see. That's third. Okay, hold on. Make sure I got my time stamps right. Okay. Wait.
Okay. Gerald, hello.
Hey, what's up, sis?
Hey.
This is crazy. This is so crazy to me. And the only reason I'm gonna speak on this is because my name was in the title too, in the reaction video, and then I was mentioning stuff, and then I'm seeing that the Nite is talking about you and Armand teaming up against him or whatever. And I'm like, what is going on? This is crazy. Because we was just all in New York, even including me, you, Denai, Sylvia, and some other content creators at a restaurant, and everything was cool. Like we was all cool. And I did see the video where you was like, in person, Denai is cool, but online, said some stuff. And then to see him up here making you clickbait, because I reached out to him last night of his thumbnail, and I'm like, Denai, why are you going after Nique? And he told me it's clickbait. And I'm like, clickbait? What you mean clickbait? I thought y'all was cool. And so that's like, I told him I don't F with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't rock with that. I can't F with you. Like, I can't, because when I met him through creators on the church side. You know what I'm saying? But I never really paid attention to all of the stuff that people, was saying online about him. But tonight I actually sat down and like heard everything that you said, like sat here and listened to your whole video, and then hearing the stuff that happened before this new stuff that's coming up. It's like, bro, you really out here doing stuff like that, and people really like giving you a chance, being nice to you, respecting you, allowing you in their presence, and you getting online and you saying stuff. And like even a personal situation we had, and I'm not going to speak on it and bring it public, but I get what you're saying when you say people be saying stuff about you online and then they see you in person and act like it's all cool and you haven't let it go yet. You feel what I'm saying? And so I just feel like that's messed up that he did you like that. And the fact that you told what happened. First of all, you a journalist, Nique. You a real journalist. Let me say that. Everybody else that do stuff, they are journalists too when you disseminate news, but you have poor quality journalists, low quality content journalists. So it's like you have a right to cover anything that you want to cover. As soon as it hit the courthouse, that's public records. And the fact that you even reached out to him to say, hey, I'm going to cover this, because why you can't cover it? He covers stuff that other content creators do. Why you can't cover it? You reached out to Armand. You told Armand, I'm going to cover this. This is something that's public. You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to understand why you mad at the fact that she reached out to you and told you she was going to cover it, and you didn't even have to reach out to them. You didn't have to. And I feel like your video, you didn't say anything bad. Okay. You said I don't remember certain stuff because you didn't want to be confrontational. When you're dealing with a person like Nite, from what I'm hearing, like it's very confrontational when you're telling somebody, I don't remember that, and they're trying to force you to don't remember. If we're all in Walmart and somebody get robbed, the police is going to give us a statement. If anybody want to give a statement, everybody's story is not going to be the same because everybody ain't going to see what the next person saw. So it's like, what you're saying, I don't remember that because that's not what I remember happening. So it's like, say what you want to say your piece, let the people hear you. And he came up here tonight and he always talks about, I want to correct what they put out about me. Okay, this is the biggest amount of numbers you're going to be able to speak to. So you might as well come up here and tell these people, what you was going to say, because when you go to your platform, nobody's going to really be over there. So it's like, how you want to correct something when the opportunity is here to correct it, to the same people that you're saying is talking about you and don't know what's going on, and here's the floor. And so when I asked him yesterday about that, he kind of got snappy with me, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's with whatever with me. You understand what I said? Don't nobody on YouTube scare me. So at the end of the day, not you wrong for how you treated Nique. Nique is the most unproblematic person. She cool, she respectful, she shout people out. Like she really is like she's a really cool person. And whoever that person is, Philly Street News, oh messy, no, you messy. You messy. You might be like, I wasn't on the platform when you was talking to Nique because I would have.
Okay, so basically, you know, that was my call in because, like, you know, what I can say to you on the phone in your face, I can say it online, or whatever I say about you online, I can say it to your face. So so anyways, so the Nite went live last night. Okay. He went live last night, and he talked about Nique at Nite lies debunked, and he put a X over Nique at Nite's face. And y'all, you know, when you think about this, you know, anybody will interpret this as like, you know, delete her. I can't say the other word, but like, you know, K her. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, how you go from being cool with somebody to just straight up lashing out? Like, you know how when you friends with somebody or you cool with people, there's a level of disrespect, and there's a certain level of disrespect that you would tolerate and that you will forgive. Like, you know, somebody might get mad at you, you know, or something that's petty, and you might be like, okay, they'll get over it. And then you got somewhere somebody do something like Krishan did to her sister, talking about we play house and shit like that, and it's a lie, you know. And let me say this: the reason why I'm not gonna play really none of the stuff that Nite was saying about Nique at Nite is because it's defamatory. And, you know, because the North Carolina V is a LLC, you know, and we're actual legitimate business, I'm not going to republish defamatory lies about somebody that's not even true. And I'm going to show you how we know Nite is a liar. We know he's a liar. We know this person is a liar. This is a nigga that's 46. How old he is? 36. I mean, we know you're a liar. So he made a video, a very disturbing video about Nique at Nite. He made threats about her. One of those threats, he was saying off with her head, and he was playing gunshots, sound effects with it. I'm gonna play that tonight. So I want to first play one of his videos. Well, the video. So y'all can hear this stuff, because this stuff right here is very dangerous. I'm praying for Nique at Nite, because this right here is really unhinging. So this first one I'm going to play is a part he told her to go get some dude. I think he's talking about her cousin. And the next time he see her, or the next time she see him or whatever, she better have him or whatever. But this is what he said.
Go and get that big ass nigga that look like Sugar Bear the next time you see me. You hear?
Go get that nigga that look like Sugar Bear the next time you see me here. Why? Why do she need to go? Why does she need her cousin to go? What did she do to you? Like, that sounds like you want to fight her, or you have some type of animosity where you want to cause an issue for no reason. Like, this girl ain't doing nothing but covering the fact that y'all going to trial. Of course, content creators and journalists, people are going to have opinions. People are going to only tell what they can remember, what their recollection allows. Why do she need to get her cousin? Okay, so.
All right.
So then he says that. So then he goes on and he said the last who thought they was going to create a platform or build a platform to harass him, the bitch was found dead. And, you know, she was found dead in a rocking chair inside of, and Tanya, I'm done with him. Like, he brought a private situation to the internet. Like, if me and my people who I'm cool with, even if we're not tight friends, but we have a respect for each other, Like when you bring something private to the internet, I'm done with you. The issue that me and Denat had, which I'm gonna get to before I came to the Diddy trial, it wasn't a public issue. It was something like him being messy and him being a liar. But now that he has come out and he has spoke on me publicly in a situation because I'm being honest, because I'm standing up for somebody that he's bullying and he's taunting and he's harassing and trying to intimidate. Don't no crazy person that has to be under a controlled substance to function can intimidate no damn body. So at the end of the day, I'm done. He's done. He said, fuck me last night. I never said fuck him. He called me a narcissist. How? Because I won't let you lie on me? Yes, shut this shit down. Bye. Have a good day. Yes. So at the end of the day, you know, yeah. So then let me play that about, this person being found dead. But remember, this is a video that he has made about Nique at Nite. Okay, I want you guys to pay attention to this. This is a video that he has made about Nique at Nite, saying Nique at Nite lies debunked, and he is speaking on her to the point that he had to bring up to try to let her know, hey, bitch, no offense to you, Nique, the last person that built up a platform against me and tried to push hate, even though Nique is not pushing hate against him, in his brainless brain, he really feels like she's pushing hate against him. It's mental illness. That's all it is. It's mental illness. So this is what he said. Hold on.
Oh, is there something that want to harass me in chats and platforms? The last person who thought that they was going to create a platform and harass me, that bitch died and was found dead in her rocking chair 5 days later. Okay? Know your enemies and know who you're dealing with. Glove is off. Gloves is off. Let me tell you something. I am a free and accepted Mason, 7th degree. Do I need to get on that black and white checkerboard to handle some of you niggas on YouTube?
You hear this, right? This is the stuff that he's saying about Nique at Nite. What did she do to you, Denat? You are crashing out. You are the dummy that they put in a car to test it. So then he says that the next time, now mind you, Nique said, mind you. Nique even told him that she was going to come cover the trial. He knows all of this. Now it's, I'm going to subpoena you. So then he said, when he seen Nique or whatever, he's going to subpoena her. Okay? And why would you want to subpoena her when she could get up there and tell them and show them evidence of what you're doing to her online right now, threatening her, like literally. Okay? So let me go to that.
Let me be clear, okay? Nique at Nite, if you come to any courthouse that I'm a defendant or a plaintiff in, your ass is getting a subpoena. Evidence code 777. You got to wait outside the courthouse and wait until you called as a witness in the case. You want to be covering that one, okay? I'm going to show you how to stop bags like motherfucking TSA. Shout out to all the little black boys.
So he said that about her. Then he sent a warning out to all the YouTubers. So I guess he gonna catch us at the trial, y'all. Okay. But he said, this is my final warning to YouTubers. Okay. This is his final warning to YouTubers about playing with him. Okay. About playing with him. Let me play this clip. Give me one moment.
That I can possibly be. Okay? So this is my final warning to everybody on YouTube who's played with me. All right? You don't know who you're dealing with. And one thing that I found captivating about Brothers Balah's interview.
Okay, so then while he was live, Nique had went live. Okay? Nique at Nite had went live, and she had posed the question. Let me quote the question perfectly right. Nique at Night had went live, and she said, is the not indirectly saying he will kill me. So she played the sound of this, these background noises that he was sound effects, excuse me, that he was playing that were gunshots, threats. Her name was mentioned too many times. And if he tries to argue, oh, it wasn't directed at her, it's circumstantial evidence, bitch. Okay? But, hold on. So Nique went live about that. It's on her page. Then he called Nique a B word and said, off with your head and gunshots. This is this is a nose ring too, y'all. So you might think it's a booger, but it's a nose ring. This is what's really concerning for me. And I reached out to Nique when I saw this. And I think she really do need to go put a restraining order out on Nite and take charges out on him because, like I said, we can laugh, gag, joke, play around, not take you serious. And I really don't think that he's capable of doing anything. He certainly don't scare me. But because he has stated these things, he needs to go to jail. Like because this is a woman who has a child who's making an honest living on YouTube or however else she makes her money. But I know she's breaking down stories and she's informing the people who follow her that want to hear what's going on, keep up with the mess, with the drama, with the seriousness stuff. And she doesn't operate out of tarnishing people. She doesn't operate out of targeting people. And she does not deserve this. Let me see if I can. Let me go to the timestamp. This right here is what's very, very concerning to me. Where'd it go? Did I take it? Okay, hold on. Let me go back to it. Let me go. This right here is terrible. Hold on. Let me put it back up here.
Did a movie with Spike Lee and Denzel Washington. Ain't nobody talking about that, I see. Said that they just got in a fight. I love me some Rihanna, okay? Rihanna has put in her work. We don't care because she built like a bag of ice right now. She had all them babies. And you know what's so crazy? The last time I seen Nique at Night queer prior to the Diddy trial was at the A$AP Rocky trial. I guess she forgot about that because she's a bitch up here, sitting up here with fake lies trying to snitch on a nigga. Niggas don't give a fuck about that, nigga. It's off with your motherfucking head, and anybody got a motherfucking problem with me clapping back at you. You know what you signed up for. You know what it was time for. And this is not premeditated. I tried to let you go. I tried to let you go, and I tried to communicate with you. You came after me, and I must tell the truth.
It's off with your motherfucking head with the gunshots. Pow, 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 pow. This is the level that this crazy kid that has jumped out the back of an ambulance on the highway is out here doing to people who don't even have a criminal record. I don't think. But like, do you not hear this? So when I heard this, I was like, what? Are you serious, dude? Are you serious? Okay, so let me pull up this other stuff real quick, right? Okay, so anyways, oh, hold on, wait. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right here. Now, let me pull up this other thing right here too, because I want y'all to see this, right? So Nite he's a liar, right? So look, check this out. So Nite went on YouTube, okay, and he went on his community post and he posted some screenshots of some messages that he didn't post all of the messages, basically trying to prove a point about Nique at Night, trying to frame the messages. But basically, Nique at Night and him was an ASAP Rocky trial or whatever, and she was getting ready to do an exclusive interview with a juror or whatever. And she had sent him a message telling him to kind of hold off, with I'm gonna put the text messages up here, or what have you. But she told him to hold off on releasing, I believe it was the interview or parts of the interview or something like that, or whatever. So he went online, what was it, today? And he had made a post saying, LBC, my truce with Nique at Night was broken when she made herself Mr. Big Gun's mouthpiece and demonized a story about me while omitting important facts. Even so, according to her own words, she has a deep-rooted issue with me since 2023, and it doesn't matter that she spent more than 5 days at the Tory Lane trial, woo, okay? She created a fake beef online or whatever, right? So he went down here, and this is just to show you how bad of a liar he is and how manipulative he is and how he tries to cut stuff out and edit stuff and delete stuff so that people can only see, the narrative that he's, putting out there. He's not a unbiased person. If he was an unbiased person, he would really have to accept the fact that he looks like a fool. Although we know he looks like a fool, he don't believe he's a fool, but he is one, right? So he put up here some DM messages between him and Nique, okay? And he's responded back saying, I'm just seeing this and removing the video. I thought you were being evil instead of checking my messages. Now, he put this up here in a way to frame Nique, to make Nique look like a bad person, to defame her. And then she's like, evil about what? But the real message that she sent him and that followed the conversation that he's leaving out, that he's trying to push his narrative with, is this right here. Okay, February 18th. She says, hey, for the interview with the juror, don't play the entire thing. I want it to be my exclusive for a bit. If people just play the whole thing, that takes away from my exclusive. Okay, so Nite says, I'm just seeing this. Now, mind you, he's saying he's just seeing this, but he lying at the same time in the same message. He says, I'm just seeing this and removing the video. I thought you were being evil instead of checking my messages. So you saw her message, but you didn't open up the DM because you thought she was being evil, right? Now, this is the message that he did not put, or that he did not include, okay? He didn't put what she sent February the 18th. He only put what he responded to her February the 20th online on his YouTube 4 or 5 hours ago, 4 or 5 hours ago, to push this narrative about Nique. Okay. Then she says evil about what, which is what you see on the YouTube screenshot that he posted on his community wall. He says, I'm sorry, I just didn't trust you. Now I made a mistake and sincerely apologize to you and will support you endlessly to make up for my wrong. Nique says, what wrong? I feel like I'm missing something. LOL. I'm so lost. Okay. So hold on. Let me go. Okay. So then he posts something else where she says, September 29th, hey, I don't know what's going on. I haven't spoken to Armand, and being that I'm cool with both of y'all, I won't even want to be in the middle to even try to investigate, to be honest. I hope you get it resolved through strikes, sucks, or whatever. Okay. So Nique says, what's wrong? I feel like I'm missing something. LOL, I'm so lost. He says, all good. I respect you always from here on out. February 21st, she says, I've been so busy after the court, I hadn't checked my DMs. Now that I check my DMs, I see I missed messages. Folks saying you was dragging me on your page. Haha, that's funny, but also not surprising. Nite says, LOL, I will never do it again. Promise. Because I thought we were cool and took it personal without checking my messages and knowing the facts. So he went off on her. So anyways, he says, when are you release Juror 1 interview? February 21st, May 18th, you in NYC, okay? And that was that. But you see how bad he get online and he lies and he lie and he lie and he lie. And he don't even, he has no regard for the truth. That's what you call malicious defamation. When you don't even reach out to try to, you know something is a lie, or you don't have enough proof to say something, and you know you don't even reach out to the person to get the facts, or you know the facts, or you don't post the facts. You intentionally hide the facts because you're trying to paint them in a false light. Like, you talk this big lawyer shit, but you a Timu lawyer. You're not even a lawyer. Okay. So those were those messages. All right. So, so then back to his video, he came for me. Now, y'all saw the evidence. I reached out to Deny. I've been following this whole thing. I reached out to Deny. I don't fuck with that. Why you going out the Nique? I spoke my piece. I spoke my piece on live, or I called in. I told y'all what I told Deny. I have no reason to lie. I'm not faking phony. Like, I just don't do that, right? So then Deny comes and he speaks on me. And he brings up this situation where me and him, Queen Sheba, we went out in Town Square. We went to the Hard Rock, had drinks on the bar, on the rooftop at the bar. We went to a pizza place after. We were toe down. We was lit. We had fun. I thought we had fun until the next morning, early Sunday morning, the devil. Okay, so then he came after me. So let me play this. This is when he got on there and started crying. He wet his diaper, shitted in his diaper, wetted his pamper, and he still got it on.
At all. And Gerald Jackson jumped up on Nique Nite's platform. If you was cool with Armand and Sirius, why would you do this? Let's talk about you, nigga. Let's talk about you. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and show my email while I talk about this, so you can't say it's a lie. Okay? At the Diddy trial, not only do I have issues with hateful competition like Armand and the rest of these niggas at home on their fucking stank ass, who later admitted that they took part in my channel being gone, reporting me, harassing me. So not only do I have to worry about that after the Diddy trial, but I'm also dealing with fraud. And I'm gonna show you guys this email really quickly, okay? You see this, Donat Ricketts fraud to Actors Federal Credit Union, July 9th, 2025, okay? By that time, I was home. From July 1st until July the 8th, I was in Washington, D.C. with my nigga Steph for my birthday and with my supporter, Angela. And I don't mean to bring you in this. Like, y'all gotta understand that I have true supporters that I don't mention and I don't bring them into my shit because they are real people too. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason I show you the fraud and new debit card is because I think on June the 30th, the day before I left for DC, I was with Gerald Jackson and Queen Sheba Darling. And mind you, when my channel got snatched, ain't nobody, not one single person outside of my supporters. And I greatly appreciate my supporters. I do. And I would never sit here and act like I don't fucking appreciate y'all, because I do. I'm not finna be combating with nobody, explaining who I am to motherfuckers. You just gonna have to see. So I greatly appreciate my supporters who can't be fucking wavered. And I got real. You understand what I'm saying? But outside of my supporters, when it comes to a content creator, ain't nobody did a motherfucking thing.
Hold on, y'all. Let me back that up.
Because I think on June the 30th, the day before I left for DC, I was with Gerald Jackson and Queen Sheba Darling. And mind you, when my channel got snatched, ain't nobody, not one single person outside of my supporters. And I greatly appreciate my supporters. I do. And I would never sit here and act like I don't fucking appreciate y'all, because I do. I'm not finna be combating with nobody, explaining who I am to motherfuckers. You just gonna have to see. So I greatly appreciate my supporters who can't be fucking wavered. And I got real people that support me, regardless of what these niggas think about me and say about me online. You understand what I'm saying?
Because you cry.
But outside of my supporters, when it comes to a content creator, ain't nobody did a motherfucking thing for me but Queen Sheba Darling. Even when Nique at Nite bought me a cup of coffee, that shit meant something to me. And that shit went number $1.50. That still meant something to me because it was an act of kindness. These are things that I do on a daily. Motherfucker, I hold doors open for strangers.
Wait for it. He's building his narrative to come after me. He's building his narrative to come after me.
Respect everybody everywhere I go. And they got y'all on the internet believing I'm this bad person when they know that's not true. That shit is hurtful to me. It's damaging to me. It stops my bag. It slows my momentum. All of that. Ain't nobody give a fuck about help me out. Nobody but Queen Sheba Darling. And I showed y'all that debit card replacement because there was a fraud done in my account. All my motherfucking money in my account went missing. And they was trying to take more. Over $3,000. That's all I had at the time in my account. Was snatched out of my account. And I'm at the bar with Queen Sheba Darling and Gerald Jackson enjoying myself. I end up paying. Queen Sheba's like, oh no, we'll pay for your drinks. Baby, you already gave me money. You like, y'all don't know. It's the little shit that means a lot to me. And they try to paint me out to be this demon. That lady ain't have to do shit for me. I never met that lady. She don't even fucking speak to me because of Jared this day. And she don't know how grateful I was because I really needed the help. And she sent it to me. And I never got to thank her. And I'm thanking you right now publicly. And I don't give a fuck, bitch. These are tears of happiness and prosperity. These are not tears of fucking sadness.
No, these are these failed Hollywood tears. The same tears that could not get him into Hollywood. I mean, he did a couple of movies, shows. I mean, but where he's at now. You know what I'm saying?
Looking for sympathy. Motherfuck all of that shit. That lady helped me. And when I'm out with her, she want to pay for drinks. Thank God I was able to pay for the drinks. Then we go to a pizza spot. My card declined. Gerald Jackson is laughing with Queen Sheba. Bitch, you trying to gaslight me this whole time. The same way I went along to get along with Armand at fucking Sylvia's is the same way I went along to get along with you this whole time, nigga. This whole fucking time. You was laughing at me. I believe that. I got on the phone with you and Queen Sheba Darling, and I started to express that to you. She said, let him talk, and you hung up the phone. And since then, I don't know what you told her or anything, but she haven't fucked with me. And I don't fucking appreciate that. That lady gave me money. That lady supported me when nobody else did. Bitch, when I'm crashing out, when I'm outside the Diddy house, don't nobody dare give a fuck about what's going on with me and what the fuck I'm going through and what happened to me but her. So she ain't got to talk to me no more. Give a fuck what you told her. I never said nothing negative about her. Why the fuck would I say something negative about somebody that helped me out and look out for me at a time when I'm in need? You want to gatekeep that relationship, nigga. Every single time I bring that shit up to you and tell you that it wasn't fully resolved, you want to sit up there and shut shit down because you're a narcissist too, nigga. I don't fuck with you. How about that one, nigga? I went alone to get along, just like went alone to get along with that nigga. And you can't sit here and say I'm fake. If that's the case, you can call Nique at Nite fake. Because why the fuck is she bringing up shit?
Okay. So, first of all, you fake as fuck, nigga. You fake, you trash, you a bum, you a scam, you ugly, your face real small. It looked like a crushed can that we used to crush and put on the back of our bicycle tire in the projects back in the day in Alabama. I mean, you a crybaby. They say you a porn whore. I mean, I don't know. They say you go to Brazil, you know, and you go there and you go, I don't know what you do. But at the end of the day, you know, you have no integrity when it comes to me. Okay. And so, first of all, myself and Queen Sheba has been entirely busy since the Diddy trial. Sister's been on the road doing her thing. I've been doing my thing. We talk when we get an opportunity to do so, just like how me and Nite was. You understand what I'm saying? But Queen Sheba is real. You know what I'm saying? She a Scorpio. She my Scorpio sister. She cool as fuck. You understand what I'm saying? And she kept me out of a lot of shit down there, the Diddy trial. Not that I was going to get into something, but, you know, she kept me grounded. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was just real. Like, she was just cool. And so, mind you, now, when I got down to And first of all, I haven't told Queen Sheba, and I'm gonna get to that. I haven't told Queen Sheba nothing about him or anything. I'm gonna get to all that. So, mind you, like I told y'all, I met Donat through King Jives and them, okay, over on their church sector thing. Okay. We were cool until Donat was at, I guess, something at the Blueface trial or something. Blueface got sentenced. And Donat had sent me, hold on. Donat had sent me a screenshot on August 9th, 2024. He sent me a screenshot of a post that the Neighborhood Talk had posted. I don't follow the Neighborhood Talk. So I'm like, okay. And I was like, damn. He was like, it's everywhere now. And I was like, who got the baby? So I'm thinking everywhere now is, Blueface getting 4 years in prison, right? So I was like, who got the baby? He was like, Carlissa got her grandbabies, where her husband was joking about not taking Journey because she is a handful, but I think Carlissa got both. And I was like, is this the Las Vegas case violation? So I was like, I think when he pulled that girl on stage to fight Alexis, so he was like, he got probation for that. He violated his California probation by having THCA inside his jail cell. He go for 4 years trying to get high in jail. That's the truth. I was like, oh, damn, never heard of that. Nobody's reporting that. Dang. So I'm thinking, okay, this is my colleague in the game. He let me know Blueface done got sentenced to 4 years. So I go to my blog and I write about it. As you can see, I post about it. Hip hop rapper Blueface has been sentenced to 4 years in prison for violating his probation terms, which was a heartbreaking moment for his parents. Like, I wrote about it. I appreciate you so much, loving my kids. Like, I literally wrote about it. Super chat. Oh, we know and see who you are. I'm trying to understand how people are on this internet offering threats like it's okay. That was my bank taking my don't ever donate. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like he's letting me know like what's T, right? So hold on, y'all. Let me hide this. So next thing you know, Donat. Wait, hold on. Where does it go? Donat sends me a message back saying, "Oh, bitch, you a fucking hater. I see. Got your piece blocked." I said, "Huh? What happened?" Now that was in August of last year. Okay, I had not talked to Donat since then. Okay, I came to the Diddy trial on June 22nd of this year. I had not talked to Donat, but I had talked to King Jives because I had not talked to them in a while either. We all be working. So when I did get a chance to talk to Jives, Jives asked me what was going on with Donat. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, he texted me, called me, said you was a fake ass bitch. You was hating on him because you didn't share his Whack 100 video. And I'm like, he didn't ask me to share no Whack 100 video at all. All he did was send me this. And he said it's everywhere now. He didn't say brother share. And I don't follow the Neighborhood Talk, so I didn't go to look at it. I'm looking at the headline. Blueface been sentenced to 4 years. So I'm like, no, that's not, that's not what happened. So I sent Jives the messages, the same messages I showed y'all. I sent them to Jives. And Jives was like, wow. And I was like, yeah, he's a liar. So when I get to New York in June, that Monday, Donat is there. I met Queen Sheba earlier that morning because we was in the line. We was chopping it up. It was a couple of us. We was chopping it up. And, I was, kind of talking to her throughout the day. So at some point, we're outside on the side. Y'all know where everybody was lined up doing their content at, right? Donat is on live, sitting at the front, doing his lives. So I'm sitting there chopping it up. You can hear Donat. He's live. You can hear. He starts making his way towards my way where I'm at talking with Queen Sheba. And he's like, now the video that I'm talking about is on his old channel, which got deleted for, whatever. So he's walking close over there and he's live and he's like, Gerald Jackson here, whatever, he don't fuck with me. And I'm like, no. And I'm not gonna talk to you about that while you on live. He kept trying to say that I had asked Nite for an intro video, right? He was like, if you give me a backlink, I was like, fine. I never heard back from Nite about the intro video. I got plenty of money. I don't hurt for money. So it's not nothing to, to get somebody to make an intro. You know what I'm saying? So when I told him, like, bruh, why is you acting like, you ain't tell Jives and them that I was a hating ass bitch because you wanted me to share Whack 100 video. He was like, nah, that wasn't it. That was about the backlink. I was like, nigga, stop lying, because after the backlink situation, we was still talking. You feel what I'm saying? We was still talking. So that ain't got nothing to do with that. So eventually, we deaded it, and I was like, it is what it is. But it was a situation that was private. So I didn't have a problem with deading it with him. You get what I'm saying? He didn't take it public or anything like that. So we deaded it. Okay. So so hold on, let me make sure I'm on my notes. Okay, so anyways, so then so last night he brings up this situation, which is the video I just played, about, me, him, and Queen Sheba was out. And yes, we was out. Okay, we was out on a Saturday night. We was in Town Square. And we had a good time. As you can see, the patient looked already fucked up and crazy, like he done stole from the med cart and done ran out the back of the hospital down the damn alley on YouTube. But we're enjoying ourselves. We go to the Hard Rock and we have a great time. Queen Sheba paid for the drinks. I don't even think I remember. I think I paid for one of my drinks. Queen Sheba was paying for the drinks. We were nice. Everything was good. Everything was perfectly fine. The next day, Nite sends me a text message, right? He sends me a text message on June 29th of a message that he sent to Queen Sheba, okay? And the message he sent to Queen Sheba, hold on, did I put it up here? Hold on. Let me put the message up here that he sent to Queen Sheba. Oh, I think I got it. Let me see. Wait, that's not it. Wait, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Okay, I didn't put it up here. Hold on. Let me send it to myself. Hold on. Okay. So, thank you so much. So he sends this message to Queen Sheba the next day. Last night, when you said you didn't know I opened a bar tab, I was under the impression you thought I needed someone to pay for my drinks. Then at the pizza place, when my Cash App card declined, I thought you turned to laugh at me. I seen Gerald point and I assumed it was because he was telling you I was walking towards the table. All of that is assumption. I mentioned it to him for clarification, not to start a problem or beef. I'm not even upset. It's called gaslighting. If I'm not allowed to jot my thoughts with people, and last time I held on to my thoughts about Gerald, which led to a disagreement months later, so why would I hold my tongue and thoughts? He's not listening to understand that I can't help. Okay? So I respond back. I say, Nite, you are literally making an issue out of nothing. I said, nobody was laughing at you. I can care less about your card declining or not declining. Had your card declined and you said something, there wouldn't have been an issue of paying for anything for you. You are not a good friend, dude, and I'm good on you. Okay? Mind you, this was a private situation. This just came public last night. Okay? I thought this shit was dead. But apparently, the patient running through his files and looking through his history And he's pulling up old stuff. Okay. So then he says, who am I to sit in negative thoughts and still engage with others involving those? My therapist told me to always speak up and that you don't have a therapist. That's what I did. Had I closed my mouth and not mention it, that would be delusion. It was just exercise and free thought. You should try it and your heart will be light as a feather. You have a way of not letting people talk and run down on them with your own viewpoint, and that's not how I operate. Agree to disagree, move around. I said enjoy your Sunday, okay? Now, hold on. Wait. Hold on. I think I'm missing a text message. Am I missing a hold on, let me see. Hold on, no, hold on. I think I'm missing a text message. Hold on. Hold on. I think I'm missing a text message. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not missing a text message. Okay, hold on. Okay, Queen. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Yep, I'm missing a text message. Okay, hold on. Okay, yep. Okay. So let me hold on. I'm missing a text message because I want y'all to get this. Okay, hold on. Let me put this up here because I'm missing a text message. Okay, here it go. And it got the last one that I said in there. Okay, boom. Let me go. I had to go back to the screenshot. Okay. So after I told Denai, you know, you know, you're making an issue out of nothing. He says, I wasn't making an issue out of nothing. I spoke about it privately. You called a third party. Now, the third party he's talking about is Queen Sheba. He said, you called a third party and tried to run down on me. You made it an issue. You could have simply conversed like a normal person. No, he wanted me to sit on the phone and talk about Queen Sheba with him. And I don't do that because I like Queen Sheba. And you are talking about me and her laughing at you. So I got Queen Sheba on the phone and she did say, let him talk, let him get his, his thoughts out. But you can talk, but you're not going to lie on me. And I'm not going to sit on the phone while you lie on me. Click, bitch. So whoopty fucking do. But he's trying to push and y'all heard what he said. He's trying to push the narrative like it's a big problem. First of all, when we left the bar, we was toe down. We went to go get some pizza. And me and Queen Sheba, we was all in there waiting for our pizza. And we was making a joke, Gerald to the right, pizza to the left, or it was something like that, but we was cracking up. And that's the only time that I can remember when we was really laughing about something because it was a anthem that we was coming up with that she was making like on the spot. We was drunk them up. Like we had fun. And next day I wake up to this drama and I'm like, bro, what is you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what is you talking about? So it's like, but now that you have brought something to the public that was private, I can't fuck with you no more. I don't deal with you no more, Denai. I'm done with you. So let me say this before I leave and get off of here because I'm done. I felt like that I made my point on how all of this stuff started with Nique and why I felt like I should got it because I felt like it was wrong. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be fake with you in person and be fake with you online. I'm gonna be real with you at all times and real with you online. At the end of the day, it is what it is. But from this day forward, you don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with you, Denai. So when you see me covering criminal trials or any trial, don't come up to me like you did at the Diddy trial, acting like you didn't know that you called Jives them and lied on me and called me a hater and tried to say I was hate because I didn't share the video when you didn't even tell me that you wanted me to share it. You just sent it to me and said it was everywhere now. But you told them I was hating because I didn't want to share it. So at the end of the day, we don't fuck with each other. So when you see me, don't come up to me saying, Gerald, what up? I want to talk. I want to apologize. Stay away from me. Do your job and let me do your job. Let me do my job, period. So at the end of, and I can do your job too. Just it don't matter. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I got 2 good videos for you, but at the end of that, I'm not doing it. So thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. Listen, if you did not like the video when you came in, please like the video as you leave out. Thank I, thank y'all. That's all I'm saying. Thank y'all so much for coming on tonight and listening to this. I really hope that Nique go and, do something about this threat because like I said, I played the threat to y'all. And, Denai is a patient and he's, something is really wrong with him. He's bipolar. Like if he's not been diagnosed with it, he is undiagnosed. Like if you being cool with somebody in person and you get online attacking them, and then I showed the people the messages tonight that it wasn't real. All of this is not real. It's for clickbait. But you can build your channel by breaking stories, deep diving into story. All of these families that need justice, promote your email like I do and let people reach out to you and investigate stories. You want to be so big, but your mind is so small. Your mind is, you can't teach nobody nothing but how to crash out and go to jail and be dragged in and out of court. I mean, do something with your life. You're 36 years old. You are too old to still be acting the same way every damn year. Grow the fuck up. I'm not fucking with you. It ain't not one bad thing he can say about me. Only thing Denot can do on me is lie. That's the only thing he can do on me is lie. And that's what he good at. So I don't expect it. But I just filed a lawsuit in my own city just on Friday. So, if you're going to speak on me, speak with facts because I can get a real lawyer in California. I know a couple of lawyers up there that does civil litigation. So I don't need no lawyer from Florida. He was on the phone with some crook. They need to snatch her goddamn bar license. And he's secretly recording people. California is a 2-party consent state. Everybody that's on the conversation has to agree that the call is being recorded. It's not like North Carolina. In North Carolina, only me has to know or the other person has to know they are recording me. But if someone else is in the room, they can't record us because they're not part of the conversation unless they are part of the conversation. But you're committing crimes, eavesdropping. I mean, bruh, go do something with your life. You would be better off if you really do something with your life and leave these people alone. Leave Nique at Night alone. And y'all, I just felt like that I needed to say something. And I'm sorry the video is so long, but I needed to say something, being that I was cool with Denai and I knew him, but I didn't know him to the extent that he was doing what he's doing, not just to Nique, but to a lot of other people. So at the end of the day, that's why I spoke up and I said what I said. So at the end of the day, my advice to anybody that has dealt with Denai, how can Denai benefit you? Thank you so much. I love my kids. 7483 says, I turned 58 in August, just started mental health family therapy, admitting I'm the common denominator, learning and thinking before I act stupid. But I'm trying to understand, why are you doing this? What did Nique do to you? I'm so confused, y'all. I'm so confused. And y'all saw the text message. You saw the text message. I said, bro, why you going after Nique? Clickbait. I'm not. Bro, that's fucked up. Clickbait. I thought you understood me. Nah, I don't rock with that, bro. Watch before you judge. Okay, be well. I'm looking at the headline, but okay. How you go from Nique breaking down a story, giving her recollection to how she know y'all and what she observed and how this stuff came about to court, to you saying Nique at Night linking up with Armand, she a op, she what, wop. How? And y'all don't know, y'all know this Nique at Night. But how? Nique at Night, Armand Wiggins team up. I'm trying to understand, where did you get this from? You really need help. Where are the people that love him? Do anybody in his real life love him? Does his mama love him? Do you have siblings? Where are your people at? Where are your people at? It's like people really try to be, be cool with you, but you don't bring no benefit to nobody. All you bring is headache. All you bring is, you know, tarnishment to people's names. People don't want to type their name in the headline and see you targeting them for no reason, and then you're not giving the full story. You're not giving a full story. It's what you want people to hear. And everybody knows you crazy. And it's just like they don't know how to make you go away. Like, how do you get this guy to go away? And he thinks he's so smart that he can just get online and make threats to this girl, to Nique at Nite. Off with your fucking head. Pow, pow, pow. Like, are you serious? That's not freedom of speech. That don't fall under the First Amendment. That's you threatening. And she's a person that may believe you would carry it out. And it's like, and I got told, like I told Nique when I called and check up on her, when I told Nique, like, Nique, listen, it's not your fault. You have a right to cover a trial and say whatever you want to say about the trial. Cover. You didn't even have to call Deny. Deny is just mad because he don't like people to respond to him. He wants the last word. He wants the last word. He ain't gonna be able to keep up with me because I can go round for round for round. And see, it's only gonna be so much of I'm gonna let you lie on me before I hit you with a lawsuit. And we can really have a content party. These people really be looking at this lawsuit, breaking it down. Like I can really, and Nique can, Armand can, they can really do you like how Cardi B did Tasha K. And Tasha K only got a little bit of hair left on her head from that drag that Cardi B took her through. So it's like at the end of the day, I'm not gonna put up with it. I'm gonna let you know right now. We're gonna deal with facts or we're gonna go to court. And I can give all these people content. I literally just sued a pet store the other day, Friday. Like literally. So at the end of the day, or we can roast and go round for round. But I'm not going to sit up here and talk about you every day like you might talk about me. Please talk about me. Send them over here so they can get into one of these stories and share one of these damn stories. But leave Nique at Nite alone, please. I even asked you in the text message. I said, I prefer you to make me content than to make her content. Make me content. Leave her alone. She has a daughter. Okay? She's out here making an honest living. Ain't bothering nobody but covering these stories. If you don't like a person's opinion, don't watch. Who cares? We're all going to have different opinions about stories. So at the end of the day, if you don't like it, who cares? But that does not give you the right to get on social media and subject her to threats of violence, deadly threats. That is a death threat. You told Nique at Nite off with her head, and you played gunshots as if you were telling her that you are going to shoot and kill her. And I don't understand how you think that's okay. And you think I supposed to be linked up with you? No, because I don't even talk like that. I roast and I say what I say, but if you go and listen to the stories and read the stories that I cover, you'll see why I cuss these motherfuckers out. Like they rape children, they rob old people, they do drive-bys and kill children. Yes, I'm gonna cuss you out like a dog. You deserve it. Yes. But I don't go to the extent that I'm gonna get up here and say, that I'm and playing sound effects. He really think he knows the law. He really thinks he knows the law. Like, if he do beat Armand, which I believe he will because it's social media stuff, I gave him a lot of tips on how to do it because I've been through 6 no contact orders dealing with my blog and me writing stories on people. So at the end of the day, it's like, leave her alone, bro. Leave her alone, bitch. You crazy ass leave her alone. Go find a nigga butt you can play in and leave her alone because you don't like women. You like niggas. So go find a nigga to fuck with. Go play with Diggling Dyke, T.S. Madison. He a nigga. You get the both of both worlds, girl, boy. Go play with him and leave Nique at Nite alone. So, Nique, I encourage you, you can still go cover the story. Don't nobody got to speak to you. I wouldn't even be interested in getting an interview from you because I would need to, I feel like I would need permission from your handler. Like, who is responsible for you? You are out here spiraling. Who is responsible for Denot Ricketts? Anybody? I know the criminal justice system is responsible, you know, at the times he's going to go to court, but outside of that, who's responsible for him? Who cares about him? Like, I tried to help this dude. I tried to tell him to not focus on your craft. Focus on this. I can send you stories. I get stories from people all over the world. All over the world. And I'm in Little North Carolina. But because I go beyond my state, I cover stories everywhere because justice is needed everywhere. It doesn't just, you know, it's not just in North Carolina. But you was on the Mahogany case. You got all these people loving your coverage. Where are they now? Gone. Gone. Left their shoes at the bottom of the hill. Gone on your ass. This nigga is crazy. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is really crazy and he is delusional. So my advice is when y'all go into these trials, go to cover the trial. If you got somebody that you fuck with, you know, online, offline, fuck with them. Somebody you don't fuck with them. Stop letting people come into your life. Stop letting people come into your circle. Some of y'all YouTubers that I watch, y'all have so much integrity and you're so credible. When you give a person one chance and they fuck it up, I gave Denot 2 chances. But people that you cool with, you have fallouts and you have issues privately, right? But the moment you bring a private situation public, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. My friends already know we don't even do that. Like, we don't even be on our phones when we hanging out. We be chilling. Like, we ain't trying to sneak record each other, trying to record each other. Like, we chilling. You know what I'm saying? And if we fall out, we just don't talk to each other. And normally, most of the time pass by. We be like, yo, what up, man? What you been up to? No, man. It ain't no, we ain't going online saying, oh, this, that. So it's like, you're just a character. So Denot cannot be a real friend. So I'm going to just let y'all know. Don't give him another chance. Some of y'all have given him too many chances. Don't give him another chance because he ain't getting no chance. I mean, that's done. That's it. Bitch, don't call me. You blocked. Text me, don't call me. Don't do nothing. I can't even help you. I ain't got nothing for you, but fuck you. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Thank y'all so much for tuning in on tonight. I appreciate y'all. Again, thumbs up the video. All right. And I'm going to, going into the new year, y'all, I'm going to try to get my, I used to be on it live all the time, but, I was working today and I was over here. I spent like 3 hours on this. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm out. Peace. Oh, look, if y'all want to send a Cash App or Zelle, please send it to it's GDJ, the CEO, or Zelle G Jackson at the NCB.com. Thank y'all so much. They said Gerald, he is doing it again tonight with gunshots. Check out his thumbnail, bullet holes. And yeah, I saw that. He's unhinged. So, he's giving Armand a lot of evidence. Like, he really is. He's giving Armand a lot of evidence. And he really thinks he's going to go and see, first of all, they're going to be pro se litigants unless Armand retains an attorney. But Denot thinks he knows the law. So he's going to go in there acting like he's a lawyer. And the judge is not going to go with 2 pro se litigants acting like they are a lawyer. The judge is going to call this stuff nonsense, and it is what it is. And because they both don't know law, it's going to be stuff that you technically can argue to get in to evidence, which social media stuff is really hard to get into evidence. Like, you really got to have lay some foundation for that, but being the basis of the complaint is dealing with social media, what have you, and offline, I think we should be waiting for Nique and Nite to tell us that. But like I said, Nique, you should go to the trial. I feel like she should not cover the trial because the Nite is mad. He has no reason to be mad. You can't get mad because don't nobody remember what you're talking about. If we're all in a building and you walk up and slap somebody and you come online and say they slapped you, I don't remember that. But go ahead, because I don't want to argue with you. I feel like that was just go ahead, say what you got to say, but I don't remember that. You can't get on, do you remember that? Do you remember that? I don't know why you remember that. You don't remember that. And then when people respond to you, you want to take it to threatening. Why can't we respond without threats? Like, you a bitch for that. Then you really a bitch for real. You're really a bitch for real. You're really a snitch for real. You're really a bum for real. You're really a scam for real. Putting you down, bitch. Can't get on, bitch. In your thongs, bitch. Leave us alone, bitch.